So today we're going to show you guys the installation of our plug and play remote start kit on a 2020 Jeep Compass. We have the harness laid out down here with the data adapter. We're going to kind of go over the tools that you guys are going to need in order to do the install. We have our flashlight set up. You guys are going to need a Phillips screwdriver. We're going to use a drill in this case, a panel popper, a T20 Torx bit, and then we're going to need a T20 on a short throw ratchet here. The reason being, there's two of them behind this panel. The top one you guys can actually get with the screwdriver length T20. The other one down here, unless you have a stubby, you're not going to be able to get it in here because the door panel. So we'll use this one right here to get that loose. And there was only three places that we need to get to in the vehicle. One is going to be right here behind the headlight switch. The other is going to be at the start stop button, which is on the side of the lower steering column. So we're going to pop this plastic off. We're going to go ahead and pop this dash off. And then our data adapter is going to connect way up above the brake pedal, which we can actually see once we pop this panel down. The module is going to be straight back in there, and you can reach up, unplug the connector, and you'll have full access. So, all right, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and hook up the headlight T-harness. Next, we have the start stop button over here on the right. We're going to go ahead, grab that portion of our harness, which is labeled ignition switch / button. And all we're going to do is just kind of route it over and do the same process, just T-harness it in. Now, I like to go behind the factory wiring here. That way nothing gets pinched or messed up when you guys put the dash back on. And there is a little plastic wiring guide right here. I like to go ahead and pop this apart and run my harness through it. That way it just follows the OEM wiring, and it's very easy to manage, and also keeps it out of the way when you guys put the dash back on. So all we do is take the factory connector, plug it into our harness, and then the other end of our harness is going to plug right back in to the actual start stop button. So we just do this right here. So on the data adapter, what you guys are going to do is simply plug it in the same fashion that we did the other two harnesses. All you do is T-harness it in. So you're going to take the factory connector, you're going to plug it into our harness, and then the other end of our harness is going to go back up in to the module. We're going to give you guys a quick demo using the factory key fob as far as operation on the remote start. What we're going to do is just tap the lock button 3 times on the factory key. So if you guys have 2 or 3 keys, it's going to operate on all of the keys since our module programs to the actual vehicle and not your key. So if you have a couple extra keys, hitting the lock 3 times will in fact start the remote start. So here we go. We just tap it 1, 2, 3. Give it a few seconds and she'll crank up. So once it's running, the doors remain locked. You can see that we are running in there. I still have the vehicle apart. I wanted to test it before putting everything back together, which I highly recommend. So what we're gonna do is just hit the unlock and we can jump in. Now to do the takeover, which is basically get in and drive without the vehicle turning off, you have to have the key with you, and then you just basically hit the brake and release it, push it again, pull it out of park and drive away. So there's our camera. We're ready to go. And then when you get to wherever you're going, put it in park, hit the button to turn the vehicle off, and everything operates just as normal.